Podcast Network. This is the Lifestyle Live Podcast.
Faces you know and a team you can trust. Stories that form your heart. Lifestyle Live. Lifestyle Live.
Welcome back to the Lifestyle Live podcast. This week, we get to talk to Heather Heinen. She's a fashion psychologist, speaker, and transformation coach. What Heather does is teaches us how to use fashion to make ourselves feel better, how it impacts our mental health, and shares tips and tricks on how you can use threads to make you feel better.
Lifestyle Live.
What makes a great pair of glasses? At Warby Parker, it's all the invisible extras without the extra cost. Their designer quality frames start at $95, including prescription lenses, plus scratch-resistant, smudge-resistant, and anti-reflective coatings, and UV protection, and free adjustments for life. To find your next pair of glasses, sunglasses, or contact lenses, or to find the Warby Parker store nearest you, head over to warbyparker.com. That's warbyparker.com.
If your dog could talk, they'd beg for Ollie. The full-body tail wag, the excited little hops, the big goofy grin, that's the Ollie effect. Ollie delivers clean, fresh nutrition in 5 drool-worthy flavors, even for the pickiest eaters. Made in U.S. kitchens with highest quality human-grade ingredients, Ollie's food contains no fillers, no preservatives, just real food. With 5 protein-packed recipes like fresh beef with sweet potatoes or fresh turkey with blueberries, even the pickiest eaters can't resist. You might think, dang, my dog eats better than I do. And that's probably true when it comes to Ollie. Dogs deserve the best, and that means fresh, healthy food. Head to ollie.com/Wondery. Tell them all about your dog and use code WONDERY to get 60% off your welcome kit when you subscribe today. Plus, they offer a happiness guarantee on the first box, so if you're not completely satisfied, you'll get your money back. That's OLLIE.com/Wondery and enter code WONDERY to get 60% off your first box.
Lifestyle Live.
Fashion, it's not just about clothing. It's a powerful tool for self-expression, confidence, and even mental well-being. Jennifer Heinen is a fashion psychologist, speaker, and transformation coach. She's here to help you to feel more empowered in what you wear. Welcome, Jennifer.
Well, thank you so much for having me.
Of course. Let's talk about it. How would you say that fashion influences our mental health and our overall well-being?
It's a really good question. Fashion is deeply intertwined with our mental health because it influences how we see ourselves and also how others perceives us. So research shows that clothing choices can impact our mood, our confidence, and even cognitive processes. So for instance, wearing an outfit that you associate with confidence can reduce anxiety and help you regulate your emotions. So on a broader scale, if we look at the big picture, fashion can serve as an emotional armor. It can help us face challenges or soothe ourselves during stressful times. So in essence, our wardrobe can be a practical tool for emotional well-being.
That makes total sense because I've always heard if you look good, you feel good. And then on days where maybe you're like not feeling so great, maybe throwing on a sweatsuit, maybe kind of makes you feel better or more comfy. That makes complete sense. But how can clothes affect you? Because they can also help you kind of change your mood.
Yes, absolutely. Clothing holds emotional and psychological significance. So, for example, certain pieces that you have in your wardrobe can evoke memories or represent personal milestones. I think the most commonly used example is your wedding dress, but it could also be simply a sweater that you got a really nice compliment in. And it just makes you feel really good. So those pieces are fostering a sense of identity and belonging. So my research highlights that fabrics, colors, and even specific styles can activate emotional responses. So one participant in my study shared how a particular scarf, as an example, became a source of comfort and strength during difficult days. And by aligning our wardrobe with our inner selves, clothing becomes a way to express who we are and also validate our emotions, which is so important when we're looking at our deeper emotional level.
Let's talk about personal growth and self-discovery and how you can kind of use fashion as a tool to be able to explore those things. How can we do that?
Yeah, fashion is a powerful medium for self-discovery because it allows us to explore and communicate our identity. Clothing is an interpersonal communication tool, right? So that's the first thing we see when we look at each other. So through my coaching process, I've seen clients transform their perspective by reimagining their wardrobe. So for instance, choosing clothes that reflect your aspirations. We always like to say, dress for the job you want,
Yep.
rather than just dressing for your current self, can lead to an insane increase of confidence and therefore lead to new opportunities because you're just simply more open for it. So wardrobe choices can reveal patterns. And these patterns of how we see ourselves, and by breaking those patterns sometimes, individuals can discover new dimensions of their personality, values, and goals, which then feeds into the self-discovery aspect of it. And then they can utilize this, flip the coin, and see where they want to be and dress towards the person who they want to become.
I love it, as you said, like a point, like a connection point, right? So if you wear something that makes you feel most like yourself, you get a compliment on it. You can connect with somebody because you go, oh, I love this. Like you said, the scarf that you have on. Oh my God, yeah, it has a great story. I thrifted it. I love to thrift. I believe in upcycling. And you have a connection with someone off of something very genuine. And while it might seem superficial, you really can form bonds and meet different people like that.
Exactly.
I love it. Let's see, for someone who's maybe struggling with their mental health, that's very common right now. We're in the winter months and it can be a little down for some folks. What advice would you give on using fashion to feel more empowered and more confident?
Well, when it comes to mental health, I always give that one advice. Start small and start intentional. Every step that you take towards being better and feeling good is one step ahead is better. So I always like to say, try to identify a piece of clothing that brings you comfort, or it doesn't even have to be that complicated, a piece of clothing that makes you smile. This could be tied to a memory or simply a favorite texture. With the winter month, it's super dark, it's super dousy. You might want to have something that feels good when you wear it on your body. It's super soft. Or maybe a color, especially when it's very gray outside and you want maybe a pop of bright blue. It can just affect you emotionally really well in a positive way. So gradually incorporate those bold, expressive elements into your wardrobe as a way to reclaim your confidence. And focus on clothing as an act of self-care. When we're struggling with mental health, self-care becomes the highest priority. So the way you dress each morning can set the tone for your day. So remember that this is not necessarily about following trends or, trying to reinvent yourself. It is more about connecting with what truly makes you feel strong and authentic.
I love that. I love that you point out that it's not about trends. It's not about trying to be the most fashionable person. It's just about expressing yourself in an authentic way through fashion. Jennifer, thank you so much. Hopefully these tips can help us be our most fashion-forward, confident selves in this new year. Again, thank you so much, Jennifer. We're going to have more tips and tricks on our website.
Thank you so much for having me.
Lifestyle Live. Lifestyle Live.
Those were amazing tips by Heather. She was so fun to get to talk to. And I've actually added some of those tips into my own life. Those tips and more are going to be available on lifestylelive.tv at 10 a.m.
From the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the Lifestyle Live Podcast. Thank you for listening. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe to this podcast wherever you get your podcasts. And connect for even more on Facebook and at lifestylelive.tv.
Faces you know and a team you can trust. Stories that form your heart.